Well, JP Morgan gives Axis Bank a neutral rating with a target price of 770 rupees a share. In fact, they have met with the management of Axis Bank as well, and post that they've written their note on how they believe Axis Bank looks at the moment. So that's a neutral with a target price of 770. And when we look at the current stock price, it's around 779 rupees a piece. So what JP assesses is that the stock levers are more on the operating profit side of things, and what they expect is that the bank will improve on both its NIMS as well as its loan growth going forward. In terms of asset quality, well, JP believes that the provisions continue to remain conservative, definitely a positive. And when we look at the ROEs, JP says that the bank expects to grow at 16%. However, there are certain transformation projects which could push this number to a stronger 18% number, which looks really good, honestly. When in terms of the other assessments that JP has made, well, they believe risk filters across product lines have normalized, and that PPOP margins are expected to improve due to this going forward. The core PPOP for Axis Bank has remained slightly lower in terms of growth. It's lagged peers when we look at it in the 9 months for FY22. However, JP expects that will slowly change and there will be a pickup. Well, Q3 FY22 was a turnaround in JP Morgan's view, and let's try and take you through some of those numbers or remind you of some of those numbers. Well, strong numbers from Axis Bank in quarter 3 of FY22. Net interest income was up over 17%. PPOP2 grew 17% both on a year-on-year basis. Provisions were down 70% on a year-on-year basis, 23% sequentially, and that led to, of course, a 220% jump in profit after tax, 15% jump when we look at it sequentially. NIMS came in far stronger, 23 basis point improvement in NIMS on a quarter-on-quarter basis. 3.53% is where the NIMS came at, and mind you, JP believes that is going to be an improving trend going forward as well. Advances, which was the real number to look at this time around for Axis, 7% quarter-on-quarter, 16.5+% on a year-on-year basis. So strong metrics across the board demonstrated by Axis Bank. CASA 2 grew 22% year-on-year, 5% quarter-on-quarter. So clearly some of those metrics are shifting for Axis Bank. However, what JP Morgan continues to say is that a large part of this is already factored in the stock price. When we look at the stock price, it's gone up 15% year to date versus Nifty, which is actually down around 1.5% or so. So clearly, what JP believes is that some of this is already factored, hence the neutral rating on the bank. They're going to keep an eye out, and of course, we will come back to you with the latest as and when we hear from them.